OutDaughtered stars Adam and Danielle Busby are making bank find out just how much the reality stars earn. Money is often a hot topic when it comes to the birth of multiple babies. For Adam and Danielle Busby, the stars of TLC's hit show OutDaughtered, their family grew from a family of 3 to a family of 8 overnight, so we suspect the parents nearly had a heart attack thinking about how to pay for the diapers of 5 little girls, let alone college. Luckily, the Texas family has some help from their friends over at TLC, in addition to having jobs of their. Just how much the Busbys make, though, is still up in the air. According to reality producer Terrence Michael, reality show families earn about 10% of the show's budget, and he estimates TLC budgets about $250,000 to $400,000 per episode. In other words, this means that the Busbys would be raking in $25,000 to $40,000 per episode, and since they've done 20 episodes thus far, their grand total could be as high as $800,000. Not bad considering they both have day jobs too. According to Adam's LinkedIn, he is the owner of Adam Busby Media, a position he's held since September 2018. Before Adam ventured out on his own, he was a key account manager for Intrinsic Solutions Spring Safety for almost 12 years. As for Danielle, LinkedIn states she's been a project coordinator team lead for AP Networks for 12 years, although her TLC bio states she is an independent beauty consultant. Additionally, in 2017 the pair became part owners of Rush Cycle, an indoor cycling studio. I'm excited to be getting involved in the fitness industry because it's a passion of ours. We're going into it with 2 other couples who are great business people but also great friends of ours, Danielle told Style Blueprint at the time. However, as of April 2019, Adam and Danielle are no longer associated with the company. With all this money coming in, it's safe to say that the Busbys won't be going hungry anytime soon. The truth about Blake Busby from OutDaughtered. Blake Busby of TLC's OutDaughtered is the only Busby kiddo who isn't a Quint. As the first all-female set of quintuplets born in the United States, Blake's little sisters quickly captured the hearts of Americans. However, it was the Quints' older sister who had the biggest role to play. As soon as Blake became the big sis to the Quints, her life changed. And though she may not be the reason her family has their own reality television show, she's pretty spectacular. Blake was just a preschooler when her younger sisters, Olivia, Ava, Hazel, Parker, and Riley were born, which means she, like her sisters, has also grown up in front of a camera. Fans have seen her transform from a little one to a young girl, and her heart for her family has forever been the forefront of who Blake is. Of course, there's more to her than just being the older sibling of the world-famous Quints. Here's the truth about Blake Busby from OutDaughtered. Adam and Danielle Busby struggled with infertility for years before having Blake. Being reality television stars, Adam and Danielle Busby have gotten used to sharing intimate parts of their lives with fans all over the world. But that doesn't make it any easier to divulge what it was like before they became stars. Still, in a blog post for the family's It's a Buzz World site, Danielle wrote about how she and Adam almost didn't become parents and the struggle they endured to have Blake Busby. The journey it took to have her was a long and rough road, over 2 years of infertility, Danielle wrote. For a couple who had no idea what infertility really was or what it would do to their lives, this challenge hit unexpected, and just right out sucked, the Busby matriarch continued, writing, "We didn't know anyone who struggled with infertility, or even if it's something you should talk about." Blake is obviously now a fixture in the family's life and on OutDaughtered. But years ago, the Busbys weren't even sure if they would ever have a child, let alone 6. OutDaughtered's Blake Busby is a gully girl. With children, there's really no telling how their little personalities will start to show. But for Blake Busby, it was clear from the get-go that she was going to be a total girly girl. In fact, both Adam and Danielle Busby know that anything girly is the quickest way to Blake's heart. In their eldest daughter's bio on the TLC website, she is even described as a little girl who has a fantastic sense of style with her signature bow. She loves anything pink and girly. Blake's affinity for pink and glitter knows no bounds. In a blog post for the It's a Buzz World blog, Danielle wrote that she had a hard time getting Blake to dress up as something other than a princess for Halloween, settling on quite the creative compromise. I guess a sparkle witch is as close to a princess she can get to on Halloween without being a princess, Danielle wrote. That girl. She is so girly, her mom continued, writing that she was unsure from where the OutDaughtered star got that side of her personality. But hey, she just knows what she likes, and there's nothing wrong with that. OutDaughtered's Blake Busby is the ultimate big sister. As the oldest sister, Blake Busby is no stranger to the challenges that come with having younger siblings. However, with 5 younger sisters, it would be understandable for Blake to be pretty overwhelmed and get tired of dealing with it all. But, according to Adam and Danielle Busby, she's impressively flexible for someone her age. In a birthday post for It's a Buzz World celebrating Blake's 8th birthday, Danielle wrote that she was confident Blake was made to be a big sister. God created you knowing you would be given a huge responsibility to become a big sister, Danielle opined. Not many little girls could adapt well with having quintuplet sisters, but you amaze me every day with the motherly love you have for your sisters. For a child to adjust from being an only child to one of 6 had to have been an adjustment, but OutDaughtered's Blake Busby totally nails the big sister thing. Blake Busby will always be her parents' little princess. Juggling 6 children, all of which are girls and each with their own unique personalities, has to present a myriad of challenges. However, the Busby family manages to care for all their children with an outpouring of love. And when it comes to making their oldest daughter, Blake Busby, feel special, Adam and Danielle Busby have it down to a science. In fact, it doesn't take much because they know she will always be their little princess. In a post introducing Blake to the world for the It's a Buzz World blog, Danielle explained that even their friends and family, or anyone who'd ever met Blake, would describe her as a little princess who always has a bow in her hair. Although Danielle said some might dub her bossy, her mom said she is perfect in every way. Even though her 5 younger sisters might steal the spotlight every now and then, she will always be her parents' first princess. Blake Busby gets embarrassed by her sisters. Most older siblings are pretty used to being embarrassed by the antics of their younger siblings. Little brothers and/or sisters seem to just have a gift for annoying their older counterparts. As sweet and loving as Blake Busby may be, that doesn't mean she is immune to feeling frustrated with her little sisters. In a post for her It's a Buzz World blog, Danielle Busby asked her oldest daughter 13 questions about herself, and even though Blake said that it still amazes her that she's a big sister. To 5 sisters, she also admitted her biggest pet peeve: when my sisters are being embarrassing in front of other people. Hey, Blake is a great big sister as we've all seen on OutDaughtered, but she still has her limits on how much she can take when it comes to sharing space with her siblings. And real talk Blake Busby has always been a great helper. It takes a special kind of child to be able to deal with having 5 younger siblings, especially when there are also cameras following you around as you adjust to your new life. Of course, Blake Busby is a pretty special kid. In fact, the OutDaughtered star's parents consider her to be one of the best and biggest sources of help, especially when they first came home from the hospital with the Quints. From the day that she found out that she was going to have 5 sisters, she played with 5 baby dolls at a time, Danielle Busby revealed to people during an interview.
She has been so hands-on.
She'll say, "Oh, let me get you the wipes." She's so smart. With the Quints having gotten older, Blake doesn't have to help her parents out as much as she once did, but the fact that she's so willing to proves that she was raised well. OutDaughtered's Blake Busby is all about school. If you watched just one episode of OutDaughtered, you'll probably pick up on the fact that Blake Busby is a pretty extraordinary kid. Not only does she help take good care of her little sisters and show them nothing but kindness, she also actually enjoys school. In a blog post for It's a Buzz World, Danielle explained how everyone was feeling about going back to school after summer break. "We have enjoyed all our time together this summer with lots of family time together and fun adventures," she wrote. But I can tell Blake is ready to get back in school. Additionally, in a video documenting her first day back to school, Blake seemed especially excited to get the school year going, despite not knowing many in her class. When she got picked up from school, Blake was all smiles and in a great mood, clearly indicating that she had a good first day of school. Later, when Danielle asked her if she liked it, She explained that she did and was even more excited for the next day. Honestly, could you ask for a better attitude? Sometimes Blake Busby just needs a break from her OutDaughtered co-stars. As great of a kid and big sister as Blake Busby is, she sometimes needs a break from the Quints. In an exclusive look at a 2018 OutDaughtered episode shared by People, Danielle Busby explained that Blake was having to deal with a lot with her sisters. Blake loves her sisters, but honestly, she can only take them for so long before she hits her breaking point, Danielle revealed in the clip. And that, when we have to step in. Adam echoed that sentiment, feeling sorry for his oldest daughter. Poor Blake, what she has to put up with sometimes. There's no denying that Blake Busby loves her quintuplet sisters, but dealing with 5 little girls all the time has to be exhausting. As such, Adam and Danielle Busby decided to enroll Blake in gymnastics, where she could have some time to herself. As Danielle said, she's definitely earned it. Blake Busby has a special relationship with her dad. With 6 kiddos in the Busby household, it can be easy for Blake Busby to get lost in the mix. But fortunately for her, Blake has great parents who are both intentional in everything they do for their kids. For example, Blake has a really special relationship with her dad, and to help strengthen that bond, Adam decided to help his oldest daughter truly feel like a princess during one episode of OutDaughtered. In the episode, Adam tells Blake he wants to take her to the daddy-daughter dance while presenting her with a bouquet of flowers. Her immediate response was a simple yet adorable yay. Adam told the cameras, "It's really important to me that Blake has a magical night." And she definitely did have a magical night. She rode in a limo, wore a pretty dress, and basically got to be the belle of the ball, as Adam put it. The daddy-daughter bond is real, and OutDaughtered's Blake Busby has always had a big imagination. Fans of OutDaughtered are used to seeing Blake Busby as the older sister of the Quints and, because of that, might not realize that she's still just a little kid too. In fact, she used to be the only little kid in her parents' lives, and when Adam and Danielle look back on what Blake was like as a baby and throughout the years, one aspect of her personality sticks out: her imagination. Blake always had the best stories, Danielle recalled of her oldest daughter in a blog post for It's a Buzz World. Always so full of creative ideas and visions. Half the time the stories never made sense, but that is what made them so great, and what makes us laugh so much. Blake has gotten older and is now an incredible role model for her younger sisters, but clearly the stories she made up back in the day were so out there that her parents still remember them. Blake Busby has a clear vision for her future. Though Blake Busby is young, she already has an idea of what she wants to be when she grows up. She has the kindest heart and is always thinking of others, Danielle wrote in a post for It's a Buzz World. She continued, "At the age of 7, she wants to be a veterinarian. This girl is obsessed with animals." Having a big heart and an affinity for helping others are definitely the kind of traits you would want in your vet, so Blake may not be that far off in her vision for the future. In one episode of OutDaughtered, Blake and the Quints got the present of a lifetime when their dad brought home something they had all been asking for. When Adam surprised the entire family with a puppy, Blake was clearly pleased and even held the dog like a baby, showering him with love. Blake is a total animal lover, and whether she ends up being a vet or not, she clearly has a heart for animals. Blake Busby is athletic like her parents. While Adam and Danielle Busby aren't exactly professional athletes, both enjoy working out, something their social media posts make very clear. In fact, Adam lists himself as a fit dad in his Instagram bio, and Danielle considers herself a fitness lover. It seems as though Blake Busby has inherited that same sporty quality as well. In one Instagram post, Adam and Danielle revealed that Blake had started to enjoy the basketball hoop they'd put up. "Love how Blake has taken to basketball, and look at those hops." The parents continued, writing, "She can even hold her own with Danielle in HORSE." Additionally, in a blog post for Blake's 9th birthday, Danielle explained that her eldest daughter tried out volleyball this year. Although Danielle revealed that Blake still loves to learn, especially about all kinds of animals, it seems Blake could end up being a professional athlete if the whole vet thing doesn't. Blake Busby has gotten more confident over the years. Since being introduced to the world as a preschooler on OutDaughtered, Blake Busby has really matured. Both Adam and Danielle Busby noticed that Blake has really started to come out of her shell. Blake has developed so much confidence this year, and you can definitely see it in her pose here. Adam and Danielle captioned a photo of Blake. She is always up for a photo. Additionally, Danielle took to the It's a Buzz World blog to share how Blake had changed since turning 9 years old. This year has brought on a lot more confidence in her, and we have loved seeing this, Danielle wrote. Even though she had only just turned 9, Blake cited that her one wish is to go to college. Blake has truly turned into a confident, empowered young woman, and one that is wise beyond her years. OutDaughtered's Blake Busby is practically a celebrity. Blake Busby may not be the only star of TLC's OutDaughtered, but she's still reached celebrity status in some ways. As it happens, the Busby family received a fair amount of criticism after Adam Busby shared a sweet video of Blake getting to FaceTime with YouTube star JoJo Siwa for her birthday. But Adam wasn't having any of that, and even explained that his family wasn't exactly a. With all due respect, our family is a little extraordinary, he wrote back to a troll on social media via In Touch Weekly. My children are celebrities themselves and over the years have worked with and made friendships with other celebrities. We have shot videos with JoJo and posted photos with other celebrities over the years. That's no surprise to people. Adam continued, writing, "Don't take a sweet thing that I did for my child and try to see some sort of negative in it." Honestly, Adam is right. Blake Busby is a reality TV star and is thus unlike many other kids her age. OutDaughtered, star Danielle Busby has invasive test for mysterious illness. OutDaughtered star Danielle Busby began experiencing some alarming sensations in her arms and legs in November and visited the emergency room with husband, Adam. Nearly 2 months later, the couple is updating fans about Danielle's mystery illness and asking for continued support. Today is the day of Busby's most invasive test so far, praying it leads to answers and a clear direction for the doctors. This is all we are comfortable with sharing at the moment, Adam Busby shared last week on Instagram. Please respect that in this current time of uncertainty and refrain from speculation. Just asking for prayers. The couple are parents of a 9-year-old daughter named Blake, as well as all-girl quintuplets, Ava, Olivia, Hazel, Riley, and Parker. They have shared their experiences parenting 6 girls over 7 seasons of their TLC show. The couple's recent sporadic posts about Danielle's health indicate that doctors are unsure what is causing her ailment. Thank you everyone for the prayers recently, Danielle Busby wrote on Instagram late last week. I went into my procedure on Monday pretty certain that I would be coming out with having to have a surgery, but my prayer was answered and I know surgery is needed. The 37-year-old said this doesn't mean doctors are any closer to understanding what is wrong with her health. More tests lead to more doctors, but still no clear answer at the moment of what's going on. Please understand, I am in the window of uncertainty, and I only feel comfortable sharing as much as this. I will continue to share as more things start to unfold, she continued. Adam also shared a post that indicated the couple were still searching for answers. Another day, another doctor, he wrote, isn't the only reality star grappling with a mysterious illness. Former Bachelorette contestant and NLF player Ryan Sutter has been experiencing a flu-like illness that includes fatigue, muscle aches, fever, night sweats, headaches, congestion, lightheadedness, and just all around not feeling good, according to social media updates. Sometimes it is necessary to let others in, to ask for help and to accept it, Sutter wrote on Instagram. For me, health concerns brought on this realization, eventually forcing me to expose what I considered to be weakness. Once exposed, however, weakness became opportunity. I was no longer alone in my struggle. The Busbys said they feel grateful for all the support they've received, with Danielle writing, I am thanking you all for the extra prayers because I believe in the power of prayer and I am certain these prayers helped my outcome. Danielle and Adam Busby dish on new family challenges in OutDaughtered, Season 10 exclusive. The Season 10 premiere of OutDaughtered is just around the corner, and Danielle and Adam Busby are in for another wild ride with their 6 daughters Blake, 13, and the Quintuplets, Ava, Olivia, Hazel, Riley, and Parker, 9. Recently, Adam and Danielle sat down for an exclusive interview with Parade about what viewers can expect from Season 10. The Houston, Texas, family couple has long said goodbye to endless diaper changes and bottle feedings for their all-girl Quints. However, their current stage of life is perhaps even more hectic. This season on OutDaughtered is pretty wild. I mean, we've got 6 kids going all different directions, Danielle teased. I've got the boutique that's been keeping me busy. They've got sports after school. Adam's getting busier with work. And so we are literally trying to find out a new pattern of how do we run this household. Adam agreed that figuring out their family logistics after he went from working from home to taking on more photography gigs has been a challenge. I wasn't having to go out of town or off to another office somewhere, he explained. But now, I'm working more outside of the house and doing projects and doing a lot of traveling. Danielle added, "It brings a lot of change in what we thought was normal and the pace that we figured out. Now we're back into a new rhythm of how do we do this again?" On top of their work schedules, the Quints entered 3rd grade in Season 10. Adam and Danielle witnessed as some struggled with reading while others flourished. All the girls have different weaknesses and strengths when it comes to the academics and when it comes to, physical activities, Danielle explained. It's not anything new in sense of they're not all the same in a state. But what's different is that this is something that we're just now facing, kind of approaching into 3rd grade, with some of the learning challenges. Initially, the Busbys weren't sure whether to address the Quints' academic struggles for fear of potential embarrassment. The more we started reading about, dyslexia and stuff like that, it's so common, Adam told Parade. A lot of the resources and stuff that we've read is do not talk about it, because that develops shame in someone. Adam added, "We as parents are going to fight and do whatever we possibly can to give them the best way to succeed in school and stuff and tutors and helping at home and extra help at school."